Good morning. I wanted to come on this morning just to wish you a Merry Christmas and let you know that we'll be taking off. I'll be taking off next week, but I'll be back next year. Well, the week after that, the week after Christmas, January 2nd, we'll be back on with a technique. It's not a new technique. It's old, actually, but I haven't done it in a long time. And so I thought, well, maybe you haven't done it either. So we will come back with that technique on January 2nd. But I hope that you are at the point of almost being ready for Christmas. It's almost here. We're in the last week, aren't we? So I hope your Christmas is merry and filled with joy and with lots of family and fun and just blessings as we focus on the real reason for Christmas, which is celebrating Jesus Christ. So, and a Happy New Year. I hope you've got big plans for a fun New Year. And so let's get back to today's mystery, Make It Together. I hope you've gathered the supplies. This is going to be a fun card. It's a Funfold, and I want you to do it with me. So let me know, after I get the camera switched around here, let me know that you're doing this with me. And if you're watching YouTube, then I hope you'll do it along with the video, because it really is fun. And actually, I made 2 just last minute Christmas cards using this technique. Now, I've already sent them, so I won't be showing those to you. But anyway, so let's get with it. I'm going to put the camera up on the stand, so bear with me. Okay. Well, here we go. Trying not to cut you off. Okay. There. All right. I cut you off for a minute, and that worried me that I had actually cut the video off. All right. So here we are, and this is your list of supplies. Let me get my computer up so I can see what you see. Okay. Here's a list of supplies that you need to do this with me, and I hope you will. I hope you've gathered these up. And you need 2 pieces of cardstock, one at 8.5 by 5.5, and you will have scored that at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 7 1/4 inches. And then you'll need a second piece of cardstock at 8.5 by 3, and you're going to score that at 4 1/4. So then you need 2 pieces of designer series paper, one at 5 1/4 by 2 3/4, another one at 5 1/4 by 1. Then you're also going to need 2 pieces of basic white, and they are 3 inches by 4 1/4. I'm going to fix this light and maybe get some of that shadow off. I don't know if I did any good or not. And then whatever you want your image to be for the front, you need some scraps for that and for your sentiment. All right. So you also need stamps for your image for the front and your sentiment. And you could have a second sentiment for the inside if you want. And then any embossing folder. Now, you don't have to have an embossing folder, but I like the way it looks with an embossing folder. So I'm using an embossing folder on mine, but remember, you don't have to have that. All right, so if you're watching, let me know. Let me know that you're on, and that way I won't go too fast. And oh, I hope you're doing this with us. I hope you are. And if you're watching YouTube, I hope you're doing it with the YouTube video. And that'll be nice because you can stop and start it. All right, so here we go. Let me grab my paper. So I'm going to move this aside. And we're going to start with our 8.5 by 5.5. And it is scored at, this way, 3 inches. And I've already scored mine. 6 inches and 7.25 inches. So when you fold on a score line, there are 2 ways you can do it. You can fold, I call it the mountain. And that's when you've got this, looks like a mountain. Or you can fold like a valley. There's your valley. So we're going to fold this starting on the skinny end, your smaller scores. We're going to fold mountain, valley, mountain. That's your fold. Mountain, valley, and then mountain. And this is the main part of the card. So let's give these folds a good burnish with your bone folder. We're going to go there and here and also right here. Give all of these a good burnish. All right. Now we have one more piece. And this is basically going to be your card front. And we're just going to fold it in half and give that a good burnish. Now, because this is our card front, this is what we're going to work with first. And you have 2 pieces of white cardstock, and they're going to be for your front and for your back. So let's deal with the front first. And it's the front that I'm going to emboss for mine. Like I said, you don't need to do that. And I'm going to use, for this one, the Fern 3D embossing folder. So I'm just going to line my cardstock up with this line right here. Well, let's do that again. Line it up. Grab it right there, and I'm going to run it through real quick. I'm just going to run it through with the number 4 plate. That's all you need is your base and your number 4 plate. And here we have our embossed piece. And so this is the front of the card. So I want to put my image. Now, hopefully you've already done your image. And I'm using the wintry treetops. And I just fussy cut one of the birds and thought I would do that. I'll put my sentiment up here with a piece of white cardstock. If you want to stamp your sentiment onto your card front, then do that before you emboss it. Do it before you emboss it. All right. So I'm going to do this with dimensionals. So let me get out my dimensionals. And I am using up all the scraps and pieces of my dimensionals. So I don't have a lot left here. I do have this piece. And I think that piece will work for my birds. So I'm going to put it right there. And it is just going to work great. Okay. So I'm going to put my birds right here. Now, I also decided to use some of the cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive backed berries. And I thought that might be a good thing with the berries here. So I'm going to get my take a pick tool. And these are 3 berries together. So I thought I would put them right here. And maybe 1 berry here at the top, maybe up here. There, I like that. Just a little bit of something. I could also, if I wanted to, use a bow. Let me see how that looks. I haven't decided if I want to do that or not. This is linen thread. It's sort of what I go to when I want to do a Christmas bow, especially. And this isn't Christmas, but let me see. I'm going to double it. So I have a double bow. I'm not sure I'm going to use this, but if I don't use it here, I'll certainly use it somewhere else. But let's see where I can put it. So I'll cut my little thing here and cut that off. Now, I could put it right there. I could do that. I like that right there. So I'll get my glue dot. Keep my little tails down here. And put it right there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. So then I need my sentiment, and I've got a piece of scrap, and I thought I would make this a happy birthday card. So let me get my black Memento ink. And put happy birthday on here. And then I'm going to need to just bring in my trimmer real quickly and trim this. There we go. It's going to need to be a tight trim to fit on the front. So let's see if we got it trimmed up enough. Oh, what happened to my glue dot? It's not on my fingers. Maybe it never came off. I think it did. No, it didn't. I thought it did. There we go. Now we're going to put our bow right there. We're going to put our happy birthday right up here, and we're going to use dimensionals for that too. I use the bits and pieces. I use all my ends, all my edges. Okay. this up here. Right there. There's my card front. So now I'm ready to adhere that right here. And we'll see if I'm about to run out of liquid glue. So I'm going to have to order some. All right. Just this on here, edge to edge as much as we can. That's our card front. Now on the back, this is our back, and I thought I would just put enjoy today. And I'm going to put that right up here. And then that's going to leave room for me to write a message if I want to. And that's all we're going to do, and that's the back of our card. And again, this should fit right on the back. Now, this is such an easy card. It is going to fit right here. It's going to go just like this. Is that not adorable? Here. Let you see it this way with the back. And it opens up like this. It fits in your A2 envelope, your normal size envelope. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be centered. So I'm just estimating the width, if you want to set it right there, so you know. Yeah. And I'm just going to put some glue there and glue the front down. You want it all the way to the bottom. Get that glued down. And I don't know where I got glue on my mat, and I didn't mean to. And I got it on my card. Well, I'll get out my embossing buddy, pat it a little bit, and that'll take the sticky off. I did not mean to do that. Write my message down here, and hopefully they won't notice. So here, I'm just going to put that right there, glue it down, hold it a minute, and there we have our card. Is that not super, super simple? Super simple. Oh, I didn't do that right. I always do this. Why do I get in a hurry? I've got my designer series paper to put on. I forgot to do that just on the front. So what I'm going to do is get my front off. It's harder with liquid glue, but I'm going to get it off. Now, Oh my goodness. So I'm going to hold that back so that it doesn't stick. This goes here. I'm going to make sure my birds are going the right way. This is your designer series paper. And it is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. And this is your 5 1/4 by 1 inch piece. Goodness gracious. There. Whew. That was an easy fix. Thank goodness. And then this is your 5 1/4 by 2 3/4 piece. And it goes right here. Now, back to this. Oh my. Get that down. All right, that is your card. Here we go. Isn't that cool? And then your back is where your sentiment will go, or your signature. That's it. That is it. So I want you to be able to see it. And oh goodness, if you're following along, I'll have to put a note in there. Oh, all right. I'll make mention of that. To not glue the front down until you put the designer paper down. All right, here we are. So there's that one. And I have some more samples that I did for you. This one is using one of the new stamp sets. It is the, let me get it, Terrific Toadstools. The Terrific Toadstools. And I just think it's so cute. And this is the designer series paper that goes with that. Popping up to say hi. Let's spend some time together. So that's that one. And then this one is using the zinnia, just the paper. I cut these out, fussy cut these, and that's the paper. You're in my heart and prayers. May you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you now. So there's that one. And then this is using the Humble Home. So let me lay these down. I'm not sure what's the best way to show these to you. I want you to see how they look standing up. But this is using the Humble Home. And the trees are from Grassy Grove. Thank you for the sweet gift. And this is the, what's it called? The Forever Plaid. And you see how I love the look it gives to add an embossing folder. And each one of these, well, this is the Forever Fern too. And this is one of the online exclusive sets. And then this one is the Forever Plaid. So they're really, really easy. Really easy. Just don't forget to put your designer series. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but the designer series paper makes it so much cuter. All right, so I hope you enjoy that. I hope you'll give it a try. And I have made a bunch of them because I like it so much, and it's so easy. And the person that is receiving it can stand it up. So I just think it's the perfect card. and I hope you'll enjoy making it. All right, Merry Christmas. Have a blessed holiday season, and I'll see you back the first week of this next year. All right, bye-bye.